Welcome to the podcast. Uncommon Chris here, presenting another installment of our gaming group's introductory experience with Chaosium's Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. The format of our tale is a mix of actual play with audio drama elements, so pour a glass of whatever you fancy, throw another log on the fire, and settle into that wingback chair. It's time for Cthulhu at Night. The Old Ones ruled the earth aeons before the rise of man. Traces of their cyclopean cities can still be found on remote islands buried amid the shifting desert sands and in the frozen wastes of the polar extremes. Originally, they came to this world from the stars. They sleep now, some deep within the earth or beneath the sea. When the stars are right, they shall again walk the earth. Tensions rise as the investigators take the search into the farmhouse. Our keeper this evening is Brad. Investigator Jerome is played by Greg. Investigator Chadwick is played by Brennan. And Investigator Rex is played by yours truly. Edge of Darkness, Part 3.
So at the farmhouse, I'm pretty sure Rex was in front. Is that correct?
Correct.
You were taking the lead?
Yes.
You swung open the door, and with you guys having your flashlights and lanterns, that's where we ended. So we'll begin there. So you swing open the front door.
I will cautiously look around. I have my torch out, or sorry, not torch, but the flashlight out in front of me, and I have my pistol in my other hand. What do I observe beyond the door?
So you haven't stepped in yet. You're going to just observe and listen.
Yeah, I'm kind of envisioning, the door creaks open and those two guys are kind of looking over my shoulder behind me. And then I just kind of scan the entrance way with my flashlight.
Yeah, as you stand there and you flash your light around the room, it looks like this room is dirty and long untouched. Right as the door swung open and you're standing there, a foul odor greets all three of you, smelling like rotting meat. Dust lies thickly on the furniture and empty shelves that your flashlight catches in the darkness, while dead leaves and detritus cover the floor. As the flashlight goes around the room, you can kind of see an iron stove that rests against the wall. The ventilation pipe still connected to the outside, and there is a round table with chairs near the stove. That's what you see right now.
I'll look back towards the other two and say it's a bit of a fixer-upper. And then I will step in.
Yeah, I will enter as well, but I'm going to need to put a handkerchief over my face and nose, because this is too much for Chadwick's frail constitution.
I'm going to hang back just near the entrance for now.
All right. As you two step in, you can sort of see the wooden floor is kind of warped and stained, the result of water leaking through the roof and ceiling, it seems. As you step into the room and get a little bit close to the furniture, it looks like rot has eaten away at the tables and old couch. You're probably assuming that maybe this smell's coming from just the rotting furniture in the room. And I'll get you both to make listen rolls. So let me know what you get, if it's extreme, normal, hard, or fail.
Okay, I got a hard success, 9.
I failed.
As you sort of step in the room and you're looking around there, Rex, you think you hear like a faint scuffling and scurrying noise under the floor. And as you're looking around, and you can sort of hear this.
Rex, I'm going to go look at that oven.
Okay, as he does that, I'm going to motion for him to stop. Wait, hold on a minute. I'm going to test the floorboards, maybe tap it with my foot, like there'd be, a basement or something.
You can see spacing between some of these floorboards, and you can see that it goes down into a basement.
Yeah, all right. Maybe I'll just crouch and kind of see if I can't hear a bit better.
I will whisper to Rex, curious, like, did you think you heard something?
Well, whatever you did hear, Rex, you don't hear it right now.
It's probably nothing.
Maybe some rats or something.
I think I'll scan the lodge again and then enter with these guys now that seems safe.
Okay, you enter in, and you're now standing in this extremely dirty and long, untouched front room.
Should we search around together or split up?
Ooh, the classic decision.
I'm interested in checking out the stove. I'm not sure why. Something is telling me to check out the stove, so I'm just going to take a look at that.
I'll maybe go check out the furniture a little closer.
I will keep general overwatch on these two while they explore the rest of the room.
Okay. This farmhouse isn't too large, so you guys can see sort of a secondary entrance to the second room that leads further into the house. We'll do Jerome first quickly. So you head over to just the rotting furniture. It's kind of by the fireplace as you step in. It just hasn't been used in a long time. Layer of dust, like I said, leaves all over the place. The furniture, both the couch and the chair, are rotting in every way. You don't see really much of anything of interest on the floor or anything else like that.
Can I check out the ceiling? Look at what's leaking or how much damage there is?
As you look up the ceiling, you can see just like stains associated to probably rain coming through from the roof and just leaking into the attic and down through. You can't see up into the attic. I mean, it's pretty solid.
Okay.
So, Chad, as you walk further into the house and you head sort of into the second room, as you notice, to your left, you can see some stairs cascading down.
Psst, Rex, basement. I'll gesture towards the stairs with my head, kind of nod towards it.
I'll nod in response and slowly make my way over there.
When I see you start moving, I come join you. I'm not getting left behind in a room by myself.
So, Chad, for yourself, as you continue to sort of look around. So the back room, what you can tell, is a sort of a comfortable armchair in one corner, while a table stands against the wall beneath the rear window. So this is where the other door associated to the back side of this house was. On the table, you can sort of see an old walking stick sort of lying on top of the table.
I'm still mostly interested in the stove. I will make note of the walking stick. That might be interesting to look at afterwards, but still make my way over to the stove if there's nothing imminently dangerous between me and it.
So you head over to the stove. It looks like it hasn't been used in quite some time, obviously. It's a pretty old-style stove, right? Like it's the small kind of cooking top deal to it. Make a spot hidden roll for me.
Okay. A miserable fail, 81.
I guess what you do see as you're taking a look around is at one side beside the stove, you see sort of a piece of worn, wrinkled fabric.
Is the stove closed? I'm assuming it's something you would load fire or coals into?
The front of it is closed.
All right. I'm going to open it.
Okay. With a metal creaking noise, you open this hatch to the front of the stove, and it looks like it's pretty bare and hasn't been used in quite some time. So you just see blackened charcoal inside when you flash your flashlight in.
That's good. Internally, I'm sighing a sigh of relief as well, because I kind of thought that the stench might be emanating from within the stove, and I might find some dismembered body or something like that. I'm happy. Curiosity is satiated for now. I think I might take a look at that stick, but I'll let you pass the spotlight on to someone else.
All right. Let's go to Rex.
I'm going to walk towards the stairs that descend into the basement and shine my flashlight down there.
I'll kind of move towards the stairs with Rex.
So as you shine your flashlight down the stairs into this cellar, the light basically hits the ground, and it looks like it's a dirt floor. But yeah, it's kind of like it's such a steep decline as these wooden stairs kind of cascade down into the darkness.
I will listen carefully at the top of the stairs, seeing if I can pick up the sounds that I heard earlier.
Yeah, you can make a listen check for sure.
All right. 9.
Okay, you stand there for a moment and listen to see if you hear any of the noises that you heard prior, and you don't.
What are we looking for again? There's something we got to find here before we find the trouble, right?
The tome.
That's right.
So as you guys are sort of chatting and you're in this back room now, as the lights like illuminate the middle of the room, you see them sort of illuminate the top of the roof. And in this section in the back, you can see a trap door just above you guys. That's at the center of this room with one of those same seals and markings on it that was on the outside of the house above all the windows. An eerie kind of ominous feeling comes over you guys.
Is it bad? I'd rather go in the basement than open that hatch.
So in the story, they trap the thing in the hatch, yet if also, according to what we know, with the death of Rupert, the thing's potentially free anyway, it's unlikely that whatever we need to stop this thing is going to be up in the hatch, because it doesn't sound like that was where that stuff was going to be.
No, it was supposed to be left in where they were doing the pentagram. We got to find the pentagram.
All right, Jerome, what would you like to do?
I turn to Chad and say, should we check at the basement?
Yeah, let's go down, but I just want to take a look at this walking stick.
All right, I shine my light over towards where Chad's heading, to the walking stick.
All right, Chad, you're up. Or are you talking about the bundle, or you want to look at the walking stick on the table?
The walking stick on the table, yeah.
Can
So
I move over to the bundle?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, as Chad sort of steps over to the table and takes a look at the walking stick, you can move over to the bundle by the stove for sure.
Okay.
So Chad, you take a look at this walking stick. Pretty simple, just a well-worn walking stick. Looks to be, you'd assume new. It's not like it's old wood per se.
Right.
It looks pretty new.
Does it have a, I'm going to bend down and look at it. I'm not picking it up. I'm just going to bend down and shine my flashlight on it. And does it look like it has a similar layer of dust or, grime on it? Or does it look like someone maybe was in here recently and accidentally left this behind?
There's no grime or dust on this thing.
I think I'll make that remark to Jerome. Say, this looks like it's been left here recently.
Somebody's been here recently?
I mean, this walking stick would be any indication. I assume so. Perhaps it might be belonging to the woman who was tending to the horses.
So with that, Jerome, you're in front of this bundle that's by the stove.
Can I use, a pencil or something and try and, open up the bundle?
As a professor, I'd assume you'd have a pencil on you at all times. So, yeah, no, for sure. I'll say you got one. You can. So you're going to use that wooden pencil to sort of prod back the fabric, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
All right. So as you prod back the fabric and you have your flashlight in the other hand kind of deal, what you see in this wrinkled fabric, there's it looks like a penny box of wooden matches. So like a small box of matches, as well as a small piece of soap, a tin cup, looks like a screwdriver, a can opener, a jackknife, and the stub of a candle. This looks like a bindle. You're aware of what a bindle is, kind of, or a bindi?
I was just Googling that.
So it's like that stick, back in the day, like those photos where there's a stick and someone had a fabric tied along the back,
the classic thing that a hobo has,
exactly
around.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's right. So I'll comment to Chad that this looks like somebody's belongings. Perhaps they were using that stick to carry them around.
A drifter found this farmhouse? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Interesting. Hopefully the poor fellow hasn't met the same fate as Maggie and that raccoon.
It's probably too late.
So we're by this second door, kind of like a back door. Maybe just for the sake of checking, is it open, or has it been picked or smashed open?
Well, as you go check the door, you find it's unlocked.
Unlocked.
So
okay.
That's the one thing you do know.
Yep.
As you pull it open. And as you guys are sort of taking a look, make another spot hidden. Well, both of you can while you're back here.
Negative 97.
Okay. I'm guessing, that was probably a fail for you as well, there, Jerome.
Sorry, yeah, I was muted. It was a fail.
And just for your guys' knowledge, so there's the back door. Obviously, you guys just tried in this back room. And this room has 4 windows associated to it. All the windows are grimy. It's dirt covered.
Yeah. There's no breeze coming in or anything.
No.
What should we do, Jerome?
So I'm thinking we got a hobo, and I'm wondering if he's downstairs and dead or alive, perhaps missing his heart.
So are we going downstairs?
That's where I was going to head.
Well, back it up, Professor. We need you to stay intact.
All right, Gunny, take the lead.
All right, I'll slowly Start leading down the stairs. Pistol at the ready, and my flashlight, much like before.
Classic gumshoe approach, I'm assuming. So
Yes.
as you slowly descend into the dark cellar, as you get near to the bottom of the steps, I need you to make a spot hidden roll.
It's never good when you hear dice roll while Brad's talking, is it?
Rarely. Sadly, although that's one of my better skills, I fail with a 76.
So as you're stepping down the stairs and you have your light trained in one direction, trying to illuminate as much as you can, you hear a "ah!" as an individual jumps out of the shadows. As you glance, it looks like he's swinging an object at you. It connects. Ooh. Just as you hear this noise and you swing your flashlight, you get struck by a solid object. You're taking 1 damage.
Okay.
All right, and now we're going to go into combat. Basically, you guys from the top of the stairs, and what you see is probably what you guys could assume is a wooden club kind of smack him in the shoulder. The wooden club is being swung by an individual in a plaid red shirt with a broad-rimmed sort of hat on. It looked kind of scruffy, and he sort of came out of the shadows. All right. So first of all, we do some establishing order of attack. So your rank is your dex. So highest goes first, unless you have a readied firearm, which gives you a plus 50 dex.
Does mine count as a readied firearm?
Yes, it does.
Well, that puts me at 115.
I'm at 50.
I'm at 60.
So this is going to be based on for the fact of if you want to use your firearm or not there, Rex. Initially, you're going to be the first one going, regardless of if you use your firearm or not.
Okay. See here, Mac. Nice hit, but you just brought a club to a gunfight. If you don't want your head splattered all over the back wall, I suggest you drop that right now and tell me what you're doing here.
Oh, shit. Roll an intimidate.
Oh, fail.
But
But I still got a gun pointed on him, so...
Did you roll it in, or what was your roll? Was it just an absolute fail?
Yes, it was absolute fail.
Well, it's a counter check for the individual, so that's all good. What was your roll?
100. He can't roll worse than me.
Oh, man. Yeah, so you sort of throw out this to him and obviously say it with the gun trained on him. And the individual doesn't move. He's kind of like standing there, kind of listening to you, holding what now you can see as a table leg in one hand. Looks wide-eyed and extremely panic-stricken. He is going to try and bolt up the stairs.
Wrong move.
He bolts straight up it, and I'm not sure who is right behind you, if it would be either Jerome or Chad, but he's basically going to run into you and do a combat maneuver, which I'll explain that.
I was thinking I was right behind.
So what this is going to be is this is going to be a combat maneuver. So what this guy is trying to do is push you out of the way as he makes it up the stairs.
Okay.
I'll let you do your your action of what you want to try and do to talk him down if you're going to use a skill to that. But basically what this is going to be is it's going to be his maneuver attack is going to challenge against you. So there's two things that you can do. You can either try and dodge out of the way of him pushing you out of the way, or you can fight back and either do your own maneuver or strike him. If you do your own maneuver back, that's like wrestling with him, like you hold him in place kind of deal. If, he comes in to try and grapple you, but you just want to strike him back, you kind of get away out of his grapple and you just strike him for getting close to you. Or you can just sidestep out of the way to hopefully not get pushed by this individual.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking like he's running towards me and I put my hands up and be like, whoa there, partner. We're not here to hurt you. I guess I should roll.
Yeah, let's try that. We'll see if it stops him beforehand. So what kind of skill are you using? What kind of talking skill you got?
I have charm 50.
All right. So this is going to be an opposed maneuver sort of kind of attack. So what this is based off of is a brawling skill.
So I rolled a 14 and my skill is 25%.
Give him the chin music, Professor.
All right. So this guy beats you with the maneuver. And so in this moment, you kind of try and grapple with him to hold him back, and he pushes past you. So you sort of get shoved up against the wall of the stairs leading up, and he bolts by.
Get him, Chad.
Which will lead it to Chad. This guy's running up the stairs, just pushed past Jerome, and you are now next in line.
Right. Well, definitely not much of a fighter, but pretty good persuader. So I'm going to say to him, "Whoa, you're a wily one. All right. Now let's just calm down here, okay? Like Jerome said, we're not here to hurt you. Why don't you just take a deep breath, let go, my friend, and let's just see what we're all doing in here, okay? We're not here to hurt you. This isn't our place. You don't have to worry, okay?"
All right, make that. What social roll are you doing?
I'm going to try persuade. 49 is a success, not a hard success, though.
Let's see what he gets here. You were able to kind of slow him down. He kind of, as he still has sort of grip on Jerome, he's looking up the stairs at you, and your flashlight kind of catches this like really wide-eyed, terrified look on his face, and his like breathing is all like out of control as he kind of stands there, and he's like mumbling and rambling a little bit under his breath as he just stands there, slowly like releasing his grip on Jerome's jacket, right?
So I'll call out to my two friends. Anyone got a drink they can give this guy? Anyone bring a flask?
Always.
Now, why don't you tell us your name?
It's the guy who like looks around, constantly shaking. My name's Red Jake.
Jake, all right. Well, I'm Chadwick. That's Jerome that you had there. And at the bottom of the stairs, who you cracked, that's Rex.
Kind of look down, still holding on to the table leg. You'll look down at Rex and look at all three of you and kind of nod. I need to get out of here.
Were you living here?
No, I just found this house yesterday while traveling through the countryside.
Is there stuff upstairs then?
He'll nod.
Let's go upstairs by the table where you left your stuff, and we'll suss this out. I'm gonna start walking up the stairs.
Red will follow, and I'm assuming Jerome and Rex are gonna come up again as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and just before I follow up the stairs, I'm going to do one good sweep from where I'm standing with my flashlight of the down in the basement.
All right. So as you do a sweep of your flashlight before you head up, you can see some chairs. It looks like old chairs against the wall with your flashlight catches. Table with a missing leg resting on its side. Some shelves. It looks like cans and boxes sitting around, just like what you'd see normally in a cellar. So there's just household materials and stuff down here that you get a quick glance of before heading up.
Anything that looks like it would have been left by the Jinn Summoner peoples at all? Or anything, I guess, out of the ordinary?
You'd have to take a deeper look if you want to. Some of the shelves down there are blocking your view.
Well, being the one with the firearm, I think I will err on the side of overseeing our new guest before we proceed down that road. So I will head up the stairs first.
Yeah, so you guys head up. Red finally drops the table leg and quickly grabs the walking stick off the table and sort of huddles over by his bindi kind of deal and starts making sure everything's sorted, and he's still shaking.
What's got you freaked out down there?
There's a monster here, I know it. It attacked me last night. I gotta get out of here.
Monster? What kind of monster?
Kind of look back and sort of like look around the room, up on the roof. It's like, I don't know. It had this piercing shriek as it came at me. It's just this horrible stench, this rotting meat smell that's all around this place. I had to run, and I was just coming back here to get my stuff. But last night I was in this house and it chased me into the woods. I don't know why it stopped. It seemed like it was almost upon me, and then it just disappeared as I ran into the woods. I don't know why it stopped chasing me last night, but I don't want to be here any longer.
Well, that's all well and good, Red. anything else you notice going on? You say you rolled in last night. Any other suspicious happenings? See any other people?
No, I haven't seen anyone else. I gotta get out of here.
How'd you get in here in the first place? It was all locked up.
No, the door was open. I thought it'd be a good place to just sit down and rest for a while. I've been walking across the countryside, and I thought this was just a place that not many people come out to, so I thought it would be a good idea just to stick it out for a few nights, rest up, and then continue on my way. But no way, I'm not staying here. It's already dark. I gotta get out of here.
I'll take a look at his hands carefully while he's, tying up his bindle and collecting his belongings. Any blood or anything on them?
So as you're looking at his hands, he's kind of rolled up plaid shirt kind of style, and there's a white plain sleeve that just does an undershirt that goes down. His hands look pretty like worker hands, so like well worn kind of, but no blood, no nothing like that you can see on him.
Right. Well, I think you're very lucky, Red, having come here last night, not tonight. And I think you've got the right idea. You should probably skip town. I wouldn't look back either because, we found a body out there in the field. While certain individuals might believe your story about some kind of monster, most folks find a body in a field and find a drifter, and you know who gets pinned for the body in the field. Typically the drifter. So I think he's got the right idea. I'm content to let him leave. What do you guys think?
I have one more question. Red, in your time here, did you by any chance come across any interesting looking trinkets or items that you might have taken into your possession? I need you to think carefully now because, see, we own the deed to this place, and you got 3 witnesses that say they found a drifter in close proximity of this here dead body. And although some might believe there's a monster, but most likely, most will believe the monster's you. And you already assaulted me with your damn table leg there. So think real hard before you answer, and better come clean with anything you're not telling us.
Listen, to all of you, I'm an honest man. I know this doesn't look good, but I wouldn't steal a thing. I heard a car pull up when I was trying to get my stuff back, and I was just too terrified to be caught in the house, so I ran downstairs and just waited, hoping it would go away. But I'm just here for my stuff. I haven't touched anything in this house. I don't want anything. I just want out of here.
Yeah, I was going to say, she kind of shrugged my shoulders.
Yeah, I'll look at the other 2 guys. And
So yeah, it's probably best he gets on his way.
Open the back door for him.
Awesome.
I'll give him a few bucks.
Just the wide-eyed terror still on his face. And he'll sort of take the money and kind of nod and then bolt out the back door, leaving in quite the hurry.
Well, that's a relief.
Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, a lot worse.
They're just liable to get themselves killed.
It's lucky he didn't last night.
If he was here tonight, not last night, with Rupert having passed, different story.
Yeah, he took off on a dead run into the field, into the darkness, as you guys kind of stand there in the kitchen kind of discussing it, the door still open.
Yeah, I'll close the door behind him. I'll ask Rex if he sees anything, if he saw anything else downstairs.
There's a few shelves that I didn't have time to do a thorough search. Could be something of interest that we might want to check out.
Hey, Jerome, as you asked Rex this, and you're closing the door, and you're the one closest to the door now, make a listen check for me.
38. That is a regular success.
You're turning your back to the door, closing it as you're having this chat with Rex. Right as the door is connecting with the door hinge and clicking shut, you think that you hear a faint scream.
Did you guys hear that?
Hear what?
That faint scream. Was that from outside?
I didn't hear one, but...
Can I open the door again and look in the direction that Red ran?
As you open the door and you sort of shine your flashlight out into the field and the way he ran, it's just really pitch blackness. You don't really hear anything.
I could have sworn I heard him scream. Should we go check it out?
I'd advise against it.
We should check.
All right,
You can't just leave him out there.
I'm going to walk out and, against Rex's better advice, go and kind of search in the direction that I saw Red run.
Damn it, Professor, now you just hold on. Stop for a moment.
I look back. Just say, I swear, I heard him scream. We gotta go check it out.
All right. No, there's no we go check him out. Listen, you're the egghead who is going to be able to do whatever we need to do to get this done. We're not going to be any good to anyone dead. If you're so concerned, I'll go take a look. I got the iron. You need to maybe start finding these things to put this thing to bed.
Maybe he's got a point.
All right, then I kind of come back in and maybe head downstairs.
I'll go downstairs with Jerome.
If you see anything, get back here quick.
You just keep an ear out for the fireworks. You have been listening to Cthulhu at Night. Thank you for joining us. Links relevant to this podcast will be in the show notes. If you are enjoying these episodes, we'd love if you could take the time to leave a 5-star review. It would help us out a lot. Our fine investigative team from the Society for the Exploration of the Unexplained will return in Edge of Darkness Part 4. Good night.